DC K.O is a good series, but it's not perfect. So if you've seen my videos, you know that I tend to be kind of a cheerleader when it comes to comics. It's not that I don't have any criticisms when it comes to comics, I just prefer to focus on the stuff that I like. Also, I am a huge DC Comics fan, so I obviously have my biases. But I thought it would be good to take a break from that for a little bit to talk about DC K.O, an event that's starting to wear down on fans for a lot of different reasons. Again, I think DC K.O has been a very fun series, but this is about criticisms, so let's go for it. Number one, the marketing. I think there has been a major disconnect between how the story was envisioned and how it's been actually sold to audiences. Scott Snyder has been upfront from the beginning that DC K.O was a Superman story, and that's been very clear in the narrative itself. But as far as marketing is concerned, this was sold to us as a broader DC Comics story, and the bracket they released did not help the situation. Between the contest DC Comics held to see who could get the most correct picks, to hyping up the individual one-on-one matches, it kind of came off as DC Comics promising a story that we weren't actually getting. And this was most apparent in issue 2, which featured the first round, where instead of fights, we got a scavenger hunt. Admittedly though, Snyder was very upfront about that part too, but that just reinforces that DC K.O was marketed in a way that did not align with the story. Second criticism, the villain. This is probably the biggest complaint I have about this series, in that there doesn't feel like a real antagonist. Like, I know the first issue started with Darkseid attacking the present day and the Quantum Quorum reround time to stop that, but aside from that, Darkseid's influence here doesn't feel as strong as it should. I mean, one of the coolest parts about All In was that for like a year, we knew that Darkseid was amassing all of this power in the absolute universe, and it was a really effective way of building him up as a threat. Like, it doesn't feel like he's making much of an impact beyond scheming in the shadows. Also, side note, I did not like the Booster Darkseid story that was told throughout All Fight Month. It took 8 individual comics to tell us maybe 6-7 pages of story that could have easily been told in one of the main DC K.O books. Third criticism, the round 3 winners. While I am invested in this narrative as a Superman fan, I will say that the final 4 feels a little plain. I mean, we had the entire DC universe at our disposal, and we wind up with Joker, Lex Luthor, Wonder Woman, and Superman. And it's not just that the final 4 are popular, it's that Superman, Lex Luthor, and Wonder Woman all want the same thing compared to the Joker. I know they're all competing for the power to reshape the DCU, but they all want to improve it, or at least make it go back to the way it was. Like, just imagine if Brainiac or General Zod were in here, threatening to reshape the universe in ways that directly oppose what Superman stands for. I've seen people voice other criticisms about this series, some not liking the Joker's inclusion in this story, or how characters like Wonder Woman and Zatanna have been utilized or not utilized in this series. And I do want to hear more about what you guys think about DC K.O so far. I do think criticism serves a very important role in discourse, it's just not something I naturally lean to when I come up with these videos that I make. So if you ever see me hyping something up, don't take it as that I have no criticisms, I just always go towards the positives, especially when it comes to comics.